Friday, and today I am so excited to share a beautiful activity that I learned how to do myself. All this time at home, we're all doing DIYs, right? And I thought it was a beautiful way to decorate my corner. I saw this online myself. So whatever I do, I learned from someone else. You can learn it from me and make it your own. And it's that simple. But I thought, since everyone's home for the summer, maybe you would like to decorate your room. You can use flowers. You can use any colors. You can use any paper. I used cardstock paper. And I'm going to show you how to make them. So if you look at these flowers, obviously I chose the rainbow colors. Who doesn't love the rainbows, right? I do. Like my rainbow unicorn. Woo-hoo. So I picked different shades of yellow, different shades of orange, different shades of red. You can make it the same color, but I just thought the colors popped a little bit better if I shaded them differently. And the green and the blue and the purple, and I added some pink because who doesn't love pink? I do. So everyone knows the colors of the rainbow, right? I tell my student that it's called Roy G. Biff. First name Roy, middle initial, and last name, like everyone. So that way they can remember. So Roy, R for red, O for orange, Y for yellow, G for green, B for blue, and IV is indigo and violet. So I just have one purple there and then the pink. So there you have it, Roy G. Biff. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make the inside of the flower, the petals, small, medium, and large. All right, so just remember, it has the petals, the small, the medium, the large, and I am going to show you how to make all these beautiful flowers at home. Be right back. I'm back. I am here with all the materials that we need to make these beautiful flowers. Now, I also want to tell you that you can cut it in any shape. This one I made pointy versus the round ones that I used here. It doesn't matter what you like. So I cut the shapes pointy, or you can cut them round. Either way, they're beautiful flowers, and you can use any color. See, I used any color paper I have. And these I chose to do the rainbow colors, but you can choose any for your room to coordinate with the colors in your room. Blue, black, white, they're going to turn out beautiful. And one important thing that I always tell my friends is whatever color of the little tiny papers that you're going to cut on the inside, use that same for the circle, because sometimes it's a little bit smaller here and you can't tell, right? So like this one, you see I used this ivory color paper for the circle because I was gonna use the same color for the inside of the petals. And as you can see, it won't make a difference if you don't have enough. It's not that serious. I am not that serious. It's just fun, and who knows, you made a mistake but you, right? So who cares? So let me put this down. I pre-cut a lot of the things for time purposes, right? Because I don't want to spend a whole day showing you how to make a flower. So I pre-cut the circle. So for this one, I did the circle purple, the same color that I'm doing the little tiny petals inside. So basically, if you're confused about the size, the bigger the circle, the more petals you're gonna need. So just so I can make them all the same size and not have to measure the circle, because that drives me nuts, I just fold the paper, a regular construction paper, and then cut a circle all the way around. As you can see, it doesn't matter. And now you have two. And this is the basic size. So all you have to do is take a cardstock. We need a little harder paper than copy paper because they'll just flop over like a dead flower. So cardstocks are the ones I use. You can definitely use paper bags and have the kids paint it. That I tried once and it's so beautiful because the paper bag is kind of like cardstock, all right? So just remember, for the circle, fold the paper in half, just cut it down the middle, and that's the circle. And for the inside, you're gonna take a piece of a cardstock paper and you're gonna cut down the long way. And then what you're gonna do, I'm gonna use this as an example, is just cut straight across. Let me just cut this out so you can see. Cut straight across like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just keep cutting all the way down to the end, because you want a fluffy little petal inside, right? All right, so we have the circle. We have the inside. I'm gonna put this to the side. You don't need that till the very end. Now this is the important part. I picked 3 colors like I did here. So it's kind of different shades. For the outside, the dark color, you're gonna need 4 pieces of cardstock. This is a good idea to write it down, or you can pause the video and then continue. Either what makes it easier for you. You can write down the instructions or pause the video and do it together with me. So for the outside petal, for the big petal, you're gonna need, this is the outside. For the big petal, you're gonna need 4 of the cardstock papers. For the inside, you're gonna need 2. And for the tiny part, just 1. Okay? So it's 4, 2, 1. I pre-cut the outside. This is my outside 4, so I'll show you how to cut the big petals. You take the cardstock paper, you fold it 1 time, like that, see? Like a little gift card. And then you're gonna cut around in an oval kind of shape. I don't use pencil. I've been cutting for so many years. Some of my friends say I went to college just to learn how to use scissors. That's just how good I am. But if you're not that good, you can trace with a pencil the shape of your petal, and that way you can cut around. But it's not that serious. No one's gonna notice if it's not perfect. Watch. Start at the bottom. And then when you're done, you're gonna cut a line down the middle, and I'll tell you why after we get all our petals cut, okay? So that's the big one. You fold the paper in half. Now we have the medium one. This is going to be for the middle. So you're gonna fold it the same way you did the big one, but this time you're gonna fold it again. So you're gonna fold it twice. It'll look like this. Okay? 4 boxes. So you fold it once, just like we did with the card, but then you fold it down again. And this is how you're going to get the medium petals. Then I usually cut it down the middle, and then I'll do my petal. If you look, they're not exactly the same, but that's okay. All right, so that's the middle. And the last one is going to be the smaller petal right here. See? So this one you're gonna fold like a hot dog. Down. I call that a hot dog fold. See, it's like a hot dog bread, and you put the hot dog right there. Yeah? All right. And then you're going to fold it 3 times. 1, 2, actually total of 3 times. So you're gonna fold it like a hot dog. 1, and then 2. 2, 3. This is what it should look like. And when you open it, this is what it should look like, 6. You're gonna get 6 petals out of this one paper. And the process is just like the other one. Just cut down the line. When you start cutting all your paper, make sure that you plug in your hot glue gun so it can be ready to go while you do the cutting. This is the hot glue gun. I have a little rubber pad that is safe so nothing gets burnt. Now this is where the fun begins. This is my favorite part. I find it kind of relaxing and soothing doing this. I did so many flowers, but it's so much fun. Watch a movie, cut, glue. So now the gluing part is so simple. Just have to not overthink it. And when you glue the little dot that I'm going to show you, you put a little dot in the corner of the paper, and then you're going to take the other corner and tap it. And that's it. It should look like this. Okay? Because if you go from this little corner all the way to the other side, it's going to look like this, and then it's just going to stick out on the wall. You don't want it to stick out like this. You see how it'll just stand? You want it to be like this, and you can see it on the wall. All right? So just corner to corner. That's it. All right? I'm going to go. We're going to just do a few. Not that hard, right? Corner to corner. And now you know why we had to cut that little slit in each of the petals. Some people can cut like 4 or 5 pieces of construction paper at the same time. My wrist is not that strong. My fingers are not that strong. It hurts. So I don't do any more than 2 at a time because it just really hurts. I tried to be like Superwoman, and I was like this after a while. Okay, almost done. These are the small petals. I went right into the small petals. This is the last one. I needed one more purple for my wall, so I saved it to do it with you guys. But you can't see it, but I'll show you. A little gap all the way up there. All right, so here we have the small, the medium, and the large. Now, the fun part, putting it all together. Again, there's no like perfect way to do it, as long as you get the circle, you go around, and then you're gonna go out, middle, and in. Watch. So you're gonna take the large petal, and you're gonna put a line from top to bottom, a thin line, not too much, it's fine. And then you're gonna find a spot on the paper and tap. Tap, 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 across the line, and that should be good. See? Not too far in, because we're gonna need to go in with the medium, and then the small, and then the little fluffy stuff, okay? So I'm gonna do this a few more times around, and you'll see. So it's 8, 8, and 6. 8, 8, and 6. All right? Tap, tap, tap. I like to do it like this. You see, this is 4, like a cross, and then you fill in the gaps. To me, that works out because I never have to think, oh my God, I'm gonna have too many on this side, not enough on that side. So I just figured I'll do a cross, and then I'll fill in the gaps. All right, so now we have 8, for the middle as well. So I kind of do the same thing. I do a little cross and then I fill in the gaps and I move it up a little bit more towards the middle of the circle. Okay, this is the last one. It goes in there, press, press. There it is. Now the circle is getting smaller. Now I'm gonna do the same exact thing, except this one is 6. This one I like to go all the way around instead of across, because if you go across, it's not gonna be even. So this one I just go around and I use the line of the petal. You see that little line in the middle? That's how I use it to measure it. I'll just go like this. Put this one right on top of the other line. And I do that all the way around. So that way it's evenly spread. Look how cute, I love it. See the little tiny circle? That's where this little fun guy goes in. So you take your finger and you wrap it around your finger. Just wrap it around, all the way around. You can do it tight, you can do it loose. And then you have this little tiny tube. It looks like a little tube. And you're gonna put a little dot of glue right at the end. And you're gonna tap it. Blow on it. And then I usually do this part after they're dried, but if you're excited like I am today, you're gonna wanna spread them, because once we put it inside, we have to wait for the puddle to dry. I call it a puddle. So now this is ready. There it is. It looks like a little tiny flower. Look at a little tiny. And you're gonna take a hot glue gun and you're going to just pour a little, squeeze a little puddle of hot glue into the circle. And remember, you use the outside, the same color as this, and just press it. And that is it. Flower, woo woo, and the woo doo. Like I said, I don't want to turn it so you can see the whole thing, because it'll slide off. It's still wet. But that, my friend, is how you make these beautiful flowers that I created. And then I want to show you the little gap that I have. There goes that little gap right there. You see it? That's where this flower is going to go. Thank you for joining me. I'm so happy to be here to help you with some fun activities. If there's anything you want to know how to do, how to create at a really cheap price, put a comment. Leave a comment, hit like, subscribe, and I would love to see you again next week, and maybe I'll do something you asked for. Bye.